Hello everybody, how are you? I'm super excited to be here again. First of all, I'm super grateful for the audience and all of you who actually come in and watch the videos. You share the videos and you find my answers, useful. So I'm grateful for that. And I want to let you know that I'm receiving a lot of questions, and that I'm going to try to get to those as effectively as I can. I think that's what I should try to say. Today's question has to do with resumes. I was sure this wasn't going to take long to come up. So I had people send me their resumes and ask me, is this the right way to do my resume? Can we improve this? And I have two types of resumes that I've gotten, okay, since I started making the videos. And one is the resume that is just basically wrong. I mean, that really we have to redo. And then another type of resume that does have accomplishments, that it's a resume that people have really tried to put together by themselves in a right way that need some improvements. So I'm going to try to talk about those two separately, so we can try to address, what those two resumes, what people with those two type of resumes can do. First, I'm going to talk about the resumes that are really redoable, that you really have to start from zero because you just can't do anything about them. So in that case, we have the resumes that don't work. And why do I say that they don't work? Because they don't talk about the person. When I read a resume that has the description of the job, that doesn't work. Okay? Why? Because if I say somebody sells shoes and you are telling me that you go ahead and you talk to clients, that you try their shoes, that you go look for the shoe, and that you fix shoes, that's what every salesperson does in the world. So the resume is not talking about you. It's talking about what every other salesperson, person that sells shoes in the world does. So you don't want to put that on your resume at all, because it's not going to talk about you in particular. To show this, I usually use an example that it's very silly, but the example really helps everybody understand what I'm trying to say. And it's the example of the potato peeler. Okay? So the example goes like this. If you put on your resume, Jenny. Jenny is a potato peeler. And I say, Jenny, potato peeler. So every time she goes to her office in the morning, and you put on her resume, she sharpens knives. She takes the potato off the skin of potatoes. She takes the skin off the potatoes. I just did this in Spanish, so I get confused when I use both languages and try to say the same thing. So I apologize for that. So let's do this again. So Jenny, potato peeler. So what you're going to do if you're going to describe, or if you're doing your resume the wrong way, okay, you start saying, I sharpen knives. I take skin of the potatoes. I take the skin off the potatoes. I cut them in little pieces. I boil them, and then I'm going to go and mash them and make mashed potatoes. That is the process of peeling potato that most potato peelers would use around the world. So that doesn't work, because recruiters already know what a potato peeler does, and you're just repeating yourself. You are not talking about you. So Jane is not talking about herself and what she can bring to the table. So that is not going to be good, because if I'm a recruiter and I read that, I go like, that's really cool, but what does Jane does? This is not going to work. So what you want to do is that you want to say, okay, Jane, potato peeler, and you want to say something like, peel 200 potatoes per second during the last 8 years without making any mistakes. So what's the difference there? When you use accomplishment, you're actually talking about yourself and your skill, what you and nobody else is capable of doing. And that's what makes the big difference between describing an action and actually talking about yourself and your accomplishment and your skills. So that's where you want to go. That's what you want to do. And the problem is that is not easy to do. Okay, you have to know how to do it, and that's where us career coaches come to play. So I have a methodology that will help you get there. If you think you can do it, go for it. Okay, I just want you to know that that's the way to go. Now, talking about the other type of resume, let's say that you were able to write a few accomplishments, which would be awesome. Now, what happens when I see a resume with accomplishments and then I go like, yes, but this is not working? Why would still not work? Because the person doesn't have a right focus. The person is not doing, it's not adapting the resume to the position, or maybe because the person is just not doing the right snapshot of their self at the right moment. You have to see the resume as a picture of you at a certain moment. If I move like this, then you see the light coming to the side of my face, right? If I move like this, it's going to be from the side of my head. Still me, but it's still me, but you know, the lighting changes. Same thing happened with the resume, okay? You can emphasize on different things, and you should. You should emphasize on different things just to make it, you know, just to make it work, because it's not the same. It doesn't have the same effect if you make a resume that has too much information, because it gets confusing for the reader. You have to make a resume that actually has the information that it needs to have, and that is really and that would make it effective. So I recommend that you write, even if you already have your accomplishments, I recommend that you make a resume that it's malleable, that it's focused and adapted to the job that you're applying for, and that shows whatever you need to show at a certain moment, so it is strong and it goes straight forward, and it really, really hits the recruiter in the face, that they go like, whoa, I can't take it. I have to call this person. Really? This person brings all of this to the table. I have to call them right away. So that's what you want to do. That's where you want to go. That's where you want to go. So I hope this information helped you. Don't add too much information. Make it flow. Make it easy to read. Make it appealable. Don't overload it with a lot. Just make it elegant, nice. Don't use too many colors, too many stuff. Just make it so it is nice, appealing, and amicable to your eyes, and easy to read. So that is my advice for today. I hope you have more questions tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you on Monday. Who knows? I'm going to miss you. I'm sure you might not miss me, but I do miss you. And I wanted to tell you that I opened also an Instagram account, which I'm going to post at the end of this video. Well, not at the end of the video, on the comments. And see you soon. Okay? Have a great, great rest of the day. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks a lot for listening. Goodbye. See you.